Hey everyone, it's TTL back with another video for you. And the unthinkable has happened. And Be Quiet have found lighting. And they've not only found single colour lighting, they found RGB. And they've added it to their very popular fans. So we now have quiet fans with lighting options. So let's have a look. So yes, Be Quiet have introduced the new Lightwings RGB. Now they come in 140mm and 120mm models, both normal PWM and then some high speed models, and they come in single packs and triple packs. Now you're going to get a range of prices. The 120 single are £23-ish for the one, £23-ish, $27-ish. And then the 140s are £25-ish, and then $30-ish. But then with the triple packs, you go up to £60-ish and $80-ish, and then up to £66-ish and then $85-ish. But with the triple pack, you do also get an RGB hub, because they are RGB fans. You have a 4-pin PWM on there, and then you also get a 3-pin RGB. Now you need an RGB hub of sorts. What the RGB hub that comes with it does is connect into an RGB header on your motherboard, and that splits it out between 6 possible connections. Now, if you don't have an RGB hub on your motherboard, you're going to have a problem. But there are certain options out there with available online where you can get USB models that you plug in, but then that introduces some extra software. Now, what I will say about the software is, because this does just have an RGB hub, there is no Be Quiet software as such. So you're always going to be limited by the options that you have within your motherboard's RGB settings. But for the most part, most of us are going to like the fact that they all sync in with that anyway. I would say though that for argument's sake, the Aorus software, if you wanted something spectacular and dancey and stuff, it's a bit limiting. You have to go in there and manually make your own. So that's why with the video you can see I've selected a couple of options going on in the background, but it's really, like I said, you're at the limitations of the software that you attach the fans to, but the fans are really nice. I did end up turning the gain down on my camera a little bit just so that you can see the colours better and they weren't so washed out. And they do have RGBs on the front and little ones on the back as well. I'd say the ones on the back are a little bit more subtle because the line's a little bit less there. But with the front ones, you've obviously got a nice big thick diffuser going on with it. This does end up turning into like an aesthetics review. But the fans are incredibly quiet. The specs that I can bring up, they perform really well. They are quite literally the best and most simplest way that I can describe these are, they are Be Quiet quality, they have Be Quiet noise levels, they've added some lights. It's actually really simple. They've done it really well. It just feels like that they've clearly done it in their own way, which is great. I only have one gripe, and that is I actually really like that, and now because the cables are all caught up, I really like the white Be Quiet fans. I would very much like to see white models of the RGB ones. You can make them look exactly the same as this, just make them white for me and I will be very happy, because I have this white Be Quiet system and I've got the cooler, I've got the case, I've got it all Be Quiet, and I actually really rate this case, which is one of the reasons why I've kept it. But more honestly, is why I've kept on using it. That says more for me than anything else. The fact that it stayed, it's still in use, and I do keep putting stuff in it. This is actually my test rig for the solid state drive. So the NVMe's and the 2.5 inch, they all end up going in this. So yes, I would very much like to see white ones. Only going to be limited by the software that you attach them to. The only thing I didn't like, but I understand why it's there actually, is on the cable, there is a chance to daisy chain, but the daisy chain is right at the end. It's not short. There isn't a way that you can particularly make these tidy. So when you do go to fit them within your case, make sure you factor in a little bit of time, because you have twice as many cables to try and tidy up. But for a first RGB iteration, I think they've done incredibly well. I'm glad we finally got them at the lighting party. I'm not going to call it the RGB party because I personally don't like the flashy stuff. I always end up setting them to like white or something. Every time I unplug this though, it has gone back to being orange. Again, problem with the software, but the auto mode for the fans is orange. When you first turn them on, they will go orange, and you go into your software and you set it. And this is sat here on the desktop, but again, problem with the software, not a problem with the fans. But that is something you're going to have to kind of get your head around, because you're not going to have problems with these lighting up wrong. You're just going to have issues with the software, as we always do on updates and stuff like that. So it's just part of the journey. They do what they're told, they don't make any noise, they move a good deal of air, and the lighting is spot on. Thumbs up all round.